Afternoon, friends. This is David, Dave's Raised Bed Garden. I'm out here at the garden. I'm going to turn my camera around and show you one thing that I'm having to deal with. It's just basically with my cauliflower bed, but I wanted just to give you an example to understand exactly what I'm going on. So I'm going to turn the camera around and go ahead and get started. So this is my cauliflower bed. I didn't plant a lot of cauliflower. I've had problems in the past. Specifically, I told a video, or I had a video that I showed that where I had problems with bugs, and I've been very proactive as far as covering them. And these are the cool weather plants, and this is included, the cauliflower is included in the cool weather plants to keep these cabbage moths and everything away. I've been able to do well, and I know I've got to come in here and clean, but I've been leaving this bed alone because what had happened is there's some things that is different compared to my other cool weather plants. So these plants right here for cauliflower at this time, they're significantly lower. Now what is happening is that you can tell how the plant is standing straight up now versus when it first comes out, the leaves are laid out. This is a way that tells me that that's potentially going to be the heads, or the florets that we call them, is actually going to start taking growth and everything. So it goes through a cycle. The cauliflower. The problem is that I have several things that could be hindering it. Number one is that we had some cool weather that was cooler than expected several weeks back, and I believe that my cauliflower, and then I know that my Brussels sprouts took the hit because even though the temperature said it was 32 degrees and these can handle a light frost, the problem is that the temperature in my zone right here in my yard, shall I say, was 32 degrees, or excuse me, it was 28 degrees. So we found out by doing the temperatures and everything, and I've talked about this before, is that the temperatures can be different even though if you use an app that shows your area, your city, or whatever, your temperature. But I'm not close to the city. I've got a lot of open space. So we found out, what I've been doing research, is that normally the temperature here at my property, on the back side of my property, is usually about 2 degrees cooler. So effectively this right here, you can tell the leaves that are kind of crumpled and they're worn down. This is actually from the, I take it that it's actually from the cool weather. But that doesn't explain why the growth of it and everything is not doing good. The point that I'm trying to make is that when you're growing, if you're doing cool weather plants, warm weather plants, if you do one time, you start in May and then that's it when it's finished and everything, you've always got to be a walkthrough and be able to do a check on all of your plants and your vegetables. So when I look at these compared as far as my cauliflower, and then these is my broccoli. You can tell how tall he is. I'm not going to take the net off, but these are very tall. They are past almost to my hip. So there's a very distinct difference. Even though they're in the same family, they are actually two different vegetables in a turn. But also my other cool weather plants. Look, my cabbages are looking really good. This is the time. So they're going through the cycle that they should do as far as getting prepared and everything for me to harvest them in the next few weeks. So coming back to my cauliflower bed, what do I do? Well, there's three things, or more than three things, there's several things, should I say, that you have to be able to check on. Number one is their soil. Number two is that your cool weather based on the frost. And then the third, it may be the nutrients. So I have a certain way of checking everything to make sure that my plants are doing okay. I'm actually going to do a pH, check the soil. I know that we had the frost on it, so that's one of the indicators. So I got to clean it up. The other thing is that these hoops are actually lower than what they were. So maybe it's an effect that I need more growth or more room. So what I'm going to do is add to these hoops and raise these nets up to see if I can see a difference in the next few days. So this is what I'm doing out here, is actually coming through and doing a walkthrough, because I came out here to check all my plants, my warm weather plants. But then when I really got to looking at this, and this bed has not been a great bed. I've got a cauliflower here in front of me that really hasn't taken off. So these cauliflower have been lower. Now, moving forward is that I can't, if this was a main crop for me and I had a lot of cauliflower beds, then I would be more concerned. Then I would be trying to figure out more. But as moving forward, because I'm going to be replacing this cauliflower with some more weather plants, and which will either be zucchini or some more peppers. I need to know, based on the nutrient, it's going to be good and what this bed is going to do for me, the soil. So I need to check this. So moving forward is if I don't get much cauliflower, I'm okay, because I will plant cauliflower again at the end of the season going into fall. That's the other thing that could be. Some plants, based on your zones, even though we have an early spring where it's cool coming into spring, sometimes the cool weather plants do well. There's other zones and places that it do not do well, that it does better at one season or one time of the year than it does in another. So just by taking all of those things and doing the checkoff list and then trying to see what's going on. So what I've got to do is right now I've got to see if I can do something to help this cauliflower out. Number one, I got to get in here and get the weeds out. Number two is I need to add extensions to the hoops to give more area for it to grow. That could be one of the things, because it's not allowing to expand. And number three, I've got to do a pH on my soil to make sure that the pH is okay based on this. And then number four, I just have to just take it as it is and then move forward and let these plants grow and don't over exceed, because these plants don't like a lot of hot weather. So I'm going to have to protect them. So what I'm doing with this is, if I don't get no cauliflower, guess what? You can cook the leaves up and you can eat it just like you would like collards or, you know, anything like that. But what I do with mine is that it gets recycled. I put it in my compost pile. I break it down, let it break down, and guess what? It's being soil for my beds. So this is just something that you have to look at. But basically, going through your garden, no matter how big, how small it is doing a daily check. Takes less than 5 minutes on some cases, and just doing a walkthrough, being able to check, and then seeing the problem, and then working with it, and then trying to take piece by piece to see exactly what you have that could be causing. Because if you plant other plants like I'm going to do in this bed, I don't want the same thing to happen again. I've came through, I've actually weeded, maybe I missed one or two little ones. I added more length as far as the hoops to give it more room to grow. Now what I'm going to be doing tomorrow morning is I'm going to be watering and fertilizing. I'm going to be fertilizing with the Neptune's Harvest that I use. And then so allowing this and coming in here and doing a little bit of maintenance that I've done and everything on it, what we're going to see is exactly what this cauliflower is going to do. So this is where we're at the point. So we'll move forward from here. I'll just take a glance over here at my warm weather plants and a lot of my cool weather, my lettuce and my broccoli I just showed you, my cabbage is all doing well. My warm weather plants are just taking hold and everything, so I'm really excited what's going on. So I hope this is something you can use. Until next time, this is Dave at Dave's Raised Bed Garden. I'll be getting back with you to let you see what's going on with the cauliflower, to let you know what I've done and everything. And until next time, keep planting, keep growing. God bless you, and take care.